Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful. How are you?
Very good. I'm very jealous with this cigar. It really looks
You
good.
you chose not to have a cigar. I chose to have a cigar. So
Yes, yes, but it looks way cooler with the cigar.
feels cooler.
Yes, and I know the feeling. I really like it. So, tell us a little bit about you so people will get to know you, and then we will talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Sure, sure. I am a father, a husband, a business owner of two businesses, and I basically have been I've do lots of things. I've learned to, after being with you many years, I've learned to not sleep as much, and and basically conquer a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot. I look at life a lot differently than I used to, and don't let things stress me out like I used to, and be able to control things a lot more. That's for sure.
Wow. So what do you think? What would you say the biggest difference? When did we meet? We met about. We started to work together
About
about.
8, 9 years ago.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And what's the
Yeah.
difference? Like, how was the journey? Tell me about the journey.
Well, the journey, I met you because, I was searching for answers all the time,
Mhm.
searching for answers, looking for the right answers, looking for the right answers, and realizing, all these years that, I create the right answers, and you just basically helped me see through all the bull crap
Yeah.
that because I was basically how I met you was through another type of business situation that basically was trying to show you how to take a business, further, and they were just basically giving you retread stuff, not really anything for me with
Yeah.
what they did, and they did something that was unique to them, but I need to do something unique for me,
Yeah.
and so what you've actually done is actually had me look at myself and basically answer my own questions
Wow.
and get all the other answers that other people gave me from eons ago, that those aren't the right answers. I'm working from information that is not true.
Wow. Amazing. Well done for seeing it. Yeah.
Yes, it's simple like you say, it's always simple when you know how.
Yeah. True. And what are we going to talk about today?
I thought with this we were going to talk about relationships.
Let's talk about relationships.
So relationship, everybody has them.
Yeah.
Everybody has some kind of relationship. So a few of my questions I have for you um, is relationships, why do they go up and why do they go down, and some just kind of stay in the middle. It
Yeah.
did never move, never change.
Yeah. So if you look at anything in life that goes up and down, if you look at anything in life that stays the same, which means it goes down, it goes up and down and stay the same, which means you are not in control over it because you don't know the fundamentals of the subject. If you understand the fundamental of the subject, if you really know the fundamental of the subject, you will control the subject to such a degree that you will recreate the subject. You will invent new things. You will be so good that failure will not be an option. So if things go up and down, it is only because you simply don't know the subject, but you think you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
And relationship are no different. People think because they have many relationships, they assume that they know what does it mean, but the fact that it goes up and down, it's the proof that they actually don't know. And the problem is not that they don't know. The problem is that they don't know, but they think that they know. If you don't know and you know that you don't know, it's not a problem, because you'll find out. You will instinctively look for the answer. You'll take responsibility. So what does it mean to be irresponsible? Irresponsible will always manifest in you not knowing and thinking that you know, asserting that you know, without
Gotcha.
a result. Yes, with no results. So the very simple answer is, if you don't have results, you need to report to yourself. You need to be brave and report to yourself that you don't know.
Gotcha. And it's actually just you're working on data that is just that you thought was correct. That's not correct.
Yeah, it's fake reality. It's a piece of fake reality. Fake reality is a piece of information that you are 100% sure is correct, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected result.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's okay. Go.
So a lot of people, have families, and everybody seems to know a family member that they don't quite get along with. Over the years, something's spoiled, and they've actually created a big upset, and they haven't talked to them in years, or even people that are actually not even with us anymore. They have an upset with them, and they still can't forgive them. Is this something that could possibly be done? I mean, is this in a relationship? Can you actually forgive somebody that doesn't even on this planet anymore, or they're somewhere else, or you just don't have communication with? You're afraid to get in contact with them.
Yeah. So first of all, you can handle any relationship at any time, regardless if the person is physically with us, with his body or not. Mm-hmm. Because when you handle relationship, like when you handle anything in this universe, the only person you handle is yourself. You never actually handle a prospect, you handle yourself. One of the real thing to understand is that responsibility means the ability to realize that anything that you handle, anything that you create, anything that you fix, anything and anyone that you fix is you. From your viewpoint, there is no other person.
Correct.
Because once you handle the other person, which is what you see in the other person, handle, because the other person is your version of the other person. And the magic is that however you see the other person, that's how he behaves. He has no choice from your viewpoint. So if I look at you and I think that you are the most clever person in the universe, I think you are amazing, I think you are unbelievable, which is what I think.
Thank you.
Just by mistake. That's what you will be for me. And for me, there is nothing that you can do that will change it. It's very easy to see it with your kids. If you decide that your kids are, like your wife said, their masterpiece, your masterpiece,
right? Uh-huh.
They are the masterpiece. Nothing will spoil it. They cannot do anything because it's you. The other person is really not part of the equation. And how I put it in regards to relationship, I said that while it takes two to create a relationship, it takes only one to fix it. Because it's really only you. And the fake reality is that you need the agreement of the other side. You don't need the agreement of the other side. Mm-hmm. You need to decide. You need to close yourself, and the other person is closed. And this is an advice that's good for anything in life. If you close yourself, the other person is closed. The other person behave exactly in the way that you decide that he will behave. Your viewpoint defines the action of the other person. Your viewpoint defines the behavior. Your viewpoint defines everything. And it's true for sales, it's true for relationship, it's true for your car. If you think your car is the worst car in the universe, it can be new. It will misbehave. But if you think your car is the best car in the universe, it could be 50 years old, it will still be the best. You define it, you put it there. Because this universe is just a bunch of illusions, but that's a different story.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So that basically goes into are business relationships any different than personal relationships?
Yeah, same thing. Did you
So
notice that sometimes you go to a client and you are sure he's going to buy and he buy? But if you have any question about it, he's not going to buy. You will have question in the closing. You actually close yourself. If you really realize that the only person you close is you, the sales process is a process to close you to accept the customer or the prospect urge to buy.
mhm.
That's all. This is sales. And marketing is something that works on the other side, and
Right.
PR is something that the other side work on you. It's really fascinating that everything in this universe, any result you ever had, is because you put it there. You put it there from 0 to hero. You put it there.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that will ask me, well, don't you have any personal time? Don't you? I mean, don't you have any time where you aren't doing business, or where you say, okay, well, I'm not going to do business. I'm going to do this, and I'm like, what's the difference?
Exactly.
Because it's if I'm dealing with people in everyday life that's not business, what's the difference? I'm dealing with people that I'm doing business with. It's the same
Yeah.
relationship. And
Yeah.
why would somebody go, oh no, I don't take business calls on today, or I don't do this on today? It's just people that you're in. Now some people on the other side of the phone might look at it differently, but the thing is that how my viewpoint of it is that it's just people. I'm just dealing with people.
Yeah. And then if you have that viewpoint, like the viewpoint that you have, then work is not a punishment, is a game, and it's fun. So you enjoy it. It's like, I don't need that. I don't want to take a holiday from my holiday, because my work is my holiday, because I enjoy it. I deal
Right.
with friends, I deal with people. It's my game. It's something that I'm having fun in. So I don't actually work ever in my life. What I do, I'm having fun. I'm in relationship with people. I do business with my friends. People ask me, should you do business with your friends? I say, only with your friends. If you cannot make him your friend, don't do business with him.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if you cannot make a client your friend, if you cannot make a supplier your friend, if you cannot make an employee your friend, if you cannot make your boss your friend, don't work with them or
And that's
fix it.
and that's exact opposite what you've always told your whole life. Separate
Yeah.
pleasure from business from pleasure.
Because
And
people
that's
don't actually realize what does it mean business. Business is not some kind of a special animal. Business is just a way to exchange with friends. That's all.
Mhm.
It's a way to exchange with friends. It's a way to play with friends. It's a game. It's just a way to play with friends.
Yeah,
That's all.
back before they had currency, they basically people would make things and they would exchange for other things.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
always with friends. Always with
Mhm.
friends. It has to
Exactly.
be with friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So there's being a parent myself, and of course my kids are mostly grown, and um, and of course we're still always growing no matter how old we are. The thing is that you always have this relationship sometime when the child becomes at the point where they know it all. That stage where they all know it all, and you can have some real upsets with relationships with the family. Why does that happen? Why does it happen where the child becomes all knowing and better than mom and pop?
Okay. So all-knowing meaning very responsible. Yes. If someone will be all-knowing, he will be super responsible.
Mhm.
And a person that is very responsible is actually cannot create upset, because responsible mean that I'm cause and source for my stuff and the other side stuff. Yes, for everything.
Right.
So really what's happening is the problem is not that they became all-knowing, but the problem become that they realize that for long time they did not actually exchange with you, and they feel so wrong. So it goes like that. You raise your child and you gave him stuff, you gave him stuff, you gave him stuff, you gave him stuff, you gave him stuff. Every time you giving him stuff, he become wrong. Yes, he become wrong. He feel wrong. He feel wrong. So after one day, he decide, well, I cannot have it anymore. So what happened? He start to make you wrong, make you wrong, make you wrong, make you wrong. And when you are wrong enough, he feel right, and he hope that it will work, but it doesn't work. He have to make you wrong again, and it goes down and down and down unless you realize that the only way for him to survive well is to actually exchange with you and have good relationship with you. And you will see that before a person realizes that his income is monitored by the number and quality of his relationships. And income, I'm not talking about only about money. I'm talking about money, happiness, anything that you want. Before a person realizes that what monitor your income is actually the number and the quality of your relationship, you yourself, the child in that case, destroy his future and the parent future. So what I would suggest, what I do with my kids, is I make sure that they really understand the concept, and I make sure that they exchange, and I demand from them exchange. I don't hope for exchange. I demand. I know, I expect them to do that. It is the most obvious thing. They need to do things for me. And they obviously, because they do, they feel great. I feel great. And I didn't have 1 second with my kids where they had this kind of phenomena where they thought that they know best and they need to make me wrong or something like that. And it's not that they don't know best and know a lot, but they don't use it as an excuse to try to make me wrong. Like I don't use my knowledge as an excuse to try to make them wrong.
Exactly.
Makes sense?
That makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
Let me just say hi to people that
Sure.
we have
No
on the chat. Okay, so we have some people on the chat here. Hi, hello, wow. Hello from Punam, dear Mayor. Hi. And we have a Facebook user, love it, guys. And another one, thank you. And Facebook user, such valuable lessons about relationships. Thank you, Mayor and Patrick. Yes. And my two favorite people. Wow, I like it. And Yaniv, hi, Mayor and Patrick. Nice to see you.
Hello,
so we have
everyone.
lots of people, yes, we have a lot of people on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and here is more Avi Budara, my very good friend and very talented Avi Budara, amazing person. If you have any ever chance to meet him, it will be the best thing that happened to you. And hello from Chicago, Facebook user. Yes, great insight. Thank you from Miami. Woo, we like Miami. I love Miami, actually.
A little south of us.
Yeah. Yes. So I just want to tell you that on Wednesday is tomorrow. Yes, Wednesday, I'm going to have a new series of webinars. It's called the Extreme Wisdom series because we're going to have extreme wisdom. And in this specific lesson tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to talk about why am I angrier, anxious and depressed. Why is it? Why is it happening? How can you fix it? What's the handling? Now, to register, all you have to do is to go to www.gp100x.com and you register. And you will be on this webinar. It will be about an hour of actual teaching and about 20 minutes of coaching. I'm going to take someone that has an actual present time problem in his life and handle it live, and you will see miracles or miracles happening right in front of you. So join tomorrow. Patrick, what's the next question?
I don't know if I have any more questions, but I do want to say that anybody who doesn't know Mayor, if you think you know the answers to these questions, that's at the bottom of here, is that it's never what you think it is. It's always completely different than what you think it is. And it absolutely will open your mind up to go, I've been thinking this way wrong all this time. And so, after studying with Mayor for many years, there's always something new. There's always something new I learn. There's always a different point in my life where I hear things, even though I've heard them before, I hear it differently. And I go, oh, that's what he meant by that. So there's never a dull moment with Meir. And it's always exciting. It's never boring. It's just, I mean, I can't say enough about Meir. I'm just happy to be here on with him now. It's really a privilege. You don't understand how big of a privilege it is to even be in Meir's presence.
Wow.
He's a extremely wonderful person that really truly wants to help, and not really, he doesn't want your money for the help. Of course, the exchange is money a lot of times, but the thing is that that's just part of it. Just like anything, you expect exchange, and the thing is that sorry, my wind chimes are blowing here, but the exchange is worth it. And most of the time when I'm in exchange with him, when I do seminars and webinars with him, I don't feel like I've exchanged enough.
Wow.
And so it sometimes I just have to. I'm always out talking to people and customers. Like, that's really interesting. How do you know that? I'm like, I've got the best teacher in the world. That's why.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. And you are, of course, amazing. And your family is unbelievable. And I love every single one of them. And the more I know them, the better, the more I love them. Molly is unbelievable. I spoke to Gal today about her, by the way. Today or yesterday? Yesterday we spoke about her. How amazing she is. Yes. We spoke about her maybe for 10 minutes about how amazing she is.
Yeah, she's in the kitchen right now making dinner. So
yeah,
listening in at the same time. So.
Gal will not come back the same.
He's going to the gym every day just to make sure he stays fit.
I don't think any gym will help against Molly.
True. He's been good. No,
yes.
they're absolutely, both of them are wonderful to have here, and it's like they were gone for a few days and was going, oh, the house is quiet again. It's like, so
yeah.
I like to have somebody up and around and stirring around when I'm up working 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So it's nice to have the company.
Yeah. So thank you, and thank you everyone for joining us. And I will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. www.gp100x.com, and bye-bye.